Hey guys, Jzone Options on the Jzone. I'm going to record a sort of quick response to both Larry and Ziploc. Um, Both of their videos on outgrowing genre slash mediums. I probably will link in the description and put annotations. Sorry, I'm a bit how do I put it? Oh, I can't think of the words. Sorry, I feel I may come across all over the place because it's really hot today, and I actually just recorded like 3 videos before this. Um, you just don't marathon upload. It's not, no, see what I mean? Don't marathon record because it will mess you up physically and mentally and socially. Anyway, yeah, outgrowing a medium and genre, I feel that anybody, and we are humans and we are human beings. We grow, and certain things we won't like that we won't like now that we will like eventually in future. And this just goes for life in general. You may love let me give you an example. You may love lasagna now, but you may hate that type of food 20 years in the future. So this goes directly the same for mediums and genres, because I can give you an example now. I used to love the old school cartoons. No. Yeah. Sorry. I used to love the old school cartoons, like to me, um, Batman, the animated series, Teen Titans. Um, People love the Animaniacs. I actually like that series too. Um, I don't know whether to consider these three old. No, actually, I don't know whether to consider these two old school cartoons. Um, what was it, Avatar and Danny Phantom? I don't know whether to consider them old school cartoons because they were like 2000. Okay, that's where I just basically fell out of it. As soon as those two came, as soon as those two ended, I kind of fell out of it. Actually, the last cartoon that I really liked was no, what's it called again? Spectacular Spider-Man. That's the last one I liked. I mean, I'm watching Young Justice now, and it's meh. I mean, I sort of grew out of cartoons. I don't watch any cartoons anymore. The only ones I'll actually watch are the superhero genre cartoons. But as a medium overall, I'm not amused by it. And even Young Justice got cancelled. So I like the old school stuff and the sort of stuff. I like the stuff pre Avatar and pre Danny Phantom. But everything else now, I don't like it. And that's just me, but I do like the old school stuff, so I don't even know what that is. I think that is outgrowing the medium, but at the same time, I do like a genre within that medium, so that confuses me. So I feel that we can. An example of this is in gaming as well. This is not my view of it, but I've heard quite a few people talk about this before. I know Zobi and Phone share a similar. Please correct me, Phone, if you're watching. Because I remember, I think he said in one video where he said he used to love Dynasty Warriors. He used to play them like when he was a kid. But now when he saw Bleach Soul Edition, he thought, it's stupid. This is the same mindless crap. And that's an example of someone outgrowing a genre. No. Yeah, outgrowing a genre, but not outgrowing a medium. Because if you know Phone, he loves playing games. Like, you could say the same goes for Ziploc and Larry were talking about how the whole anime and how the new stuff is not good and all of that. They were talking about that. I obviously disagree, but the thing is, me disagreeing, maybe this plays into that theory because I'm out of the YouTubers that are in the so-called anime community. I'm probably one of the youngest, would I say? I don't know. I just turned 17 recently, and like Larry and Ziploc, they're over 20 years old, and yeah, they fell out of the new animes and the new series, but that kind of, maybe that proves the point. I'm still in the age where I will like shonens, and they're out of it, but at the same time, I feel it's dependent on the person because I've seen adults that really love Naruto. One Piece podcast is a classic example of people that love One Piece and they're ages 20, 30, older. So it's really ambiguous. I think certain individuals can outgrow it, and um, I actually recorded a video very similar to the point I'm gonna talk about now. Um, at some points you grow into genres. Like right now, I'm not the biggest seinen fan. Um, I do I do not like. I saw Berserk and I saw the concept for it, and I just thought no. There are other seinens out there. I've seen the concept, and to me, seinen just seems like a whole. Um, most seinens get don't jump on me, fanboys, um, because I haven't watched it, but this is just from my first glance at it. Seinens to me just look like mindless gore and violence, and I don't like that. But maybe as I grow older, I will just get into seinens instead of shonens. I don't think that will happen because I just don't agree with that point. I don't agree with mindless gore in general. But like maybe that will happen. Who knows? In terms of this whole shonen thing as well, I feel that like when I grow older, I feel that I will still like shonens, but I will not like them as much as I did because it's the whole thing about the shonen formula. I really love the shonen formula now, which is probably why I like so many shonens out there. But maybe I'll grow tired of that. Um, who knows? Only time will tell. Um, like movies, I don't feel I've grown out of any. I don't feel I've grown out of movies as a medium. I don't feel that I've grown out of any genres in terms of movies. I still like the popcorn action flicks where you can just sit down and watch, and you don't really need to think about anything. Still like that type of thing because sometimes you just don't want to think about a film. You just want to watch it, and I don't like people that only like to do that. I only like the films that you can just sit back and watch and you don't need to think about it because that's just showing signs of us growing to be more ignorant. But if you like a few of them, no problem with that. But I don't like people that just do that. But that's a different story. Still like these sort of animated films, sort of Pixar-esque films. What's it called again? DreamWorks sort of films. Your The Incredibles, Shrek got bad. It was like this and it was like that, but I still like those sort of films. Actually, there is one sort of genre in films that I don't like, but yeah, I don't actually. There's two actually. I don't like horror films, and I don't like the love sort of romance films. And this is just as in terms of romance and horror. I don't like romance and horror in anything at all because one. Romance. My problem with romance, I don't like romance themes in anything because I don't mind it being a theme, but I don't like it being the main sort of thing within a medium. For instance, Rurouni Kenshin is a series that, if you look at its core, it is based upon this sort of love between Kaoru and Kenshin. Let me think of another one that I can bring up. I'm trying to think. Same. You could sort of interpret the same thing for Avatar as well. Sort of. I don't know. Like I don't mind things with romance elements within them. That's what I'm just trying to get across. But when it's just based on romance, I don't like that because why do I want to see two people try and fulfill love when you could be just working on your love life yourself? That's just my sort of thing on that. And horror movies, like, why would I want to scare myself? Why would I want to put myself in a position where I'll be just going to scare myself? And not even that. Even that, I don't find horror films scary because it's a film. I never did get that concept, but maybe as I grow, I will get into that sort of stuff. But like growing out of genres and mediums is totally possible too. Like I could say toys, for instance, they were a medium. You got your blades, you got your action figures, you got your I don't know. I just yeah. You got your toys. I don't collect toys anymore. I don't even get collectibles anymore. Maybe like if I see the odd Naruto One Piece POP, I might get it, but maybe I'm not into that sort of stuff. But I used to love toys when I was a kid. Action Man and Beyblade and Cubics. I remember Cubics. Like all of those sort of things. I outgrew of the medium of toys. So it is totally possible to outgrow a medium and outgrow a genre, both of them. Um, that's just the way I feel, because I feel as we've grown up, we've at least grown out of one sort of medium that we used to love. Um, how many of you guys have grown out of toys? I bet a lot of you have. How many of you have grown out of the sort of Pokemon-ish? I know Pokemon, the series like Pokemon should have a genre in themselves. I don't know what the genre is, but you know the one where you have cards, either cards or monsters, those sort of series. I think they should actually have a genre in itself, but I've kind of grown out of them because I don't watch the Yu-Gi-Ohs, the Bakugans. Uh, I'm really bad with examples in this video. I'm really horrible with them. Um, Card fight, but sorry, I'm really. This is what happens when you record like so many videos at the same time. But bottom line, you can grow out of genres and mediums. It's simple to. It's human nature basically, because we do change as human beings, and some things that we find appealing as kids, we won't find appealing when we grow up. Maybe I'm not gonna find an orange jumpsuit wearing ninja running around talking about how he's gonna save his friend. Maybe I won't find that appealing in many years. Maybe I won't find a blue hedgehog running about and jumping in the air. I won't find that appealing in a few years. Maybe I won't find Pixar as a whole. How no, Pixar isn't a genre. Maybe I won't find animated films good anymore. It's just human nature. But sorry for dragging this out. Sorry for making this video really incoherent. And sorry for my bad examples today, because it's really hot outside. I've recorded so many videos like right now. I've probably done an hour or two of recording. I don't know why I do this to myself. Great videos by Larry Ziplock. Please guys respond. Give me your opinions. Outgrowing genres and mediums. This is a really broad topic because you can talk about anime, movies, games, songs in general. Oh yeah, I could have brought up songs in this video because I'm starting to outgrow R&B and hip hop and all of that stuff slowly. I think I always still will listen to it, but I'm getting out of it more and more and more because of the amount of crap that's coming out and my sort of rock. I'm getting into rock more and more and more, and I think at one point it's just going to balance out where I'm into rock just as much as I am into R&B and hip hop and J-pop as well. I think it's just going to balance out at one point because it used to be like R&B, hip hop, rock, J-pop and J-rock like there, but now it's starting to balance out. But anyway, that's another video for another time. J-Man's Productions on the Jzone. Live and learn. Good luck and God bless. Will I even say live and learn in a couple of years? But anyway, peace. Catch you in the next video. Sorry for the incoherent video. Watch Ziplock and Larry's videos. Bye.